Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Hey guys, it's Dan Rosa and welcome to True Heel Heat.
What's up, True Heel Heat? True Heel Heat.
What's up? True Heel Heat.
Welcome to True Heel Heat, the place where we use insider terms because we think we know what the fuck we're talking about, even though we don't. My name's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and you know it.
Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for AEWramble 186. Who's the main character? Discussing the February 19th, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite as only we can. And to do that, of course, I am joined by my esteemed colleague, the man of 40 or 50, 57 now? 57,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling and his amazing Yankee fitteds. He is Jimmy Macram. How are you doing?
As good as one can be. Hello, ladies and gents. Black History Month is almost over. At this point, I can only be fucking happy. Good Lord.
What the way wrestling's been going this month, it hasn't been like the WWE hasn't even like said it's Black History Month. AEW has been mistreating one of their main black superstars, and Shawn Michaels decided to whoop a black man and have him lose in a strap match.
It's still so wild. Why would you book it? Maybe he's back on that stuff. He doesn't even know it's fucking February. When did that happen? Oh,
he's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's not a good look. We're telling a story. We're telling a story. We're trying to tell a story about Eddie Thorpe and him embracing his Native American culture. I'm all for the culture.
And Sean did build up a lot of goodwill over the fucking years, throwing all that shit away. Fuck it. What's the point of having it if you're not going to use it?
Yeah, you know, if you build up goodwill, like you might as well use it, right? Right? Makes sense. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Just drop the thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys. Hear your thoughts on last night's AEW Dynamite from Phoenix, Arizona. Let's talk about what went down on the show, or if you have any question about anything going on in pro wrestling, you can let us know in the live chat. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel in the best way possible, you can do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We are doing back-to-back streams for y'all today because we did hit one of our goals over in the for the super chat goals that we do here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. So we will be doing our first ever AEWramble Q&A later today after we're done with this review of AEW Dynamite. So if you have any questions for our Q&A, we have a post up on our community tab right now, so you could still watch if you're watching on the phone. At least you can still watch, or in another tab if you're watching on computer, or you're watching on TV on your phone as you watch. You could put a question for us for the Q&A if you don't plan on joining us live, but we appreciate y'all. But send those super chat donations because they always help out the channel and the contributors that you see on screen with us here. We got first up, our first super chat donation. Thank you so much, Genesis J, joining us once again, one of our big supporters. Thank you so much, Genesis J. That's why we will.
Listen up, you prick.
Indeed. Thank you, Tony, for that. Genesis J says he can't stay, unfortunately. We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you for that. He said, enjoy the show. Will say Kyle is the Robbie Eagles of AEW, faction hopping slut. God damn, we're feeling a certain way about Kyle O'Reilly tonight. He was the girl in the club who's flirting with all the guys, though. He was in that main event. I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. Did you cut?
Oh, so well, to be fair,
why do you always hit your mic?
because I don't like interrupting, so I turn my mic off.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'll do what I can. Kyle O'Reilly's not flirting with any of these groups. He's in the groups, so he's not flirting with all the guys at club. He's getting fucked by them. He's a whore, faction hopping slut. I appreciate it. Sorry, just what it is. Not knocking you if you're a whore, by the way. I'm a fan of whores. I'm not married, nor do I have any kids. I'm a fan of whores.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
We always appreciate the honesty here. As you see, if there's anyone new watching, that's the thing.
I'm saying. Not people like Kyle O'Reilly, obviously. Not that kind of whore. That whore can stay where she's at. No disrespect. You can be whatever you want to be. I'll call you whatever pronoun you like, but I will not be fucking you. Sorry. Ugh.
You won't be fucking that Kyle O'Reilly whore?
No, thank you. I'm gonna pass on
that. She's the whore of Kyle O'Reilly's. Imagine if that was like a saying. Like you compare whores game to wrestlers.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll be nice. I'll keep it together.
He was gonna be like, I knew this one girl. He was like the Shawn Michaels of course. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. This is the type of show we have every week. Trust me. If this is your first time watching, God, I don't know why you're watching, but but we appreciate y'all for joining us live. But if you're watching us on demand as well, let us know in the comments down below what you thought of last night's AEW Dynamite and anything else that you want to talk about. We're always open to that in the wrestling world. Before we get into the rest of the comments here, Jimmy, is there anything you wanted to bring up in the wrestling world as you usually tend to do here?
I think we're finding out a lot about ourselves this month as wrestling fans, last couple months. Because let's say you're waiting on Christmas, right? And you want a PS5 and you wanted fucking a whole bunch of fucking different games, etc., etc. And you're going to get some socks, obviously, because women are awful at giving gifts. But let's say you got your PS5 on November 5th and then you got a game on November 18th, and you got something else nice on December 11th, and then on December 25th, all you got was fucking socks and shit, and then you complained. That would be odd, right? Because you got what you wanted, you just didn't get it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania is going to stink, but you're still getting what you want, just not at WrestleMania. It's a weird dichotomy. I was sitting there like, what am I mad about? And I thought about it, and I was like, I'm still mad. I don't care that I'm getting it. I'm still mad about it. It's weird.
Yeah, because I would have been perfectly fine with you just giving me it on the day. Like I didn't ask for it before, the weeks before, building up to it. It's not Hanukkah. It's Christmas. Like Hanukkah is across multiple days. This is Christmas. This is WrestleMania. That's why I put on like many of my streams this week. I was like, this train to the world to the WrestleMania it's been taking a while. It's taken a while. This is the weirdest one. Like usually, even I Romeo, who is I like to call him the professional defense attorney for WWE. He's like, they had to just get through Elimination Chamber. I was like, they have to get through that every year. Like every year, but somehow they still know how to start the build to WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is really odd to me. All I can say is this, by the way. Listen, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor is not a Mania match in 2025. I'm sorry. It just isn't. No disrespect. I'm sorry. Do Styles and Braun. Don't think they're hard about it. Do Styles and Braun. Do fucking we're not gonna do Rhea Neo. Fucking cry. Oh, by the way, and you do Drew versus LA Knight. Highest rating on SmackDown this week. By the way, they updated the rating. It didn't do a 1.38, did a 1.42. Highest rated show? Okay. Highest rated segment, rather? Take a wild fucking guess. Take a shot in the fucking dark at what it could possibly be. I'll give you a hint. It ain't Cody. It ain't Drew. It ain't fucking Jacob. It's the man who keeps getting fucked, and I don't understand. How many things have to put up to get some respect in this bitch? Why does LA Knight get no respect? It's because he matched Triple H to The Rock and fucking hates his fucking guts.
I was like, how do you go from one week you doing promos with like a member of the Bloodline and Drew McIntyre, the next week you having a competition with the Miz and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, yo, Miz and Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my god, it's like they get reactions of apathy from the fans at this point.
What the fuck is going on? I don't understand. It's still the highest rating on the show with the Miz.
You worried that says a lot that he was the high, because I literally watched that promo and I was like, is this a who fell off faster battle? Because I was like LA Knight is through no fault of his own. Miz has just been here so long that's why he's fallen off the face of the earth in regards to getting a reaction or getting people to care about anything he does. But with LA Knight, it's all about the book. It's all about the book. The booking has said to us since he lost the U.S. Championship, he's just over babyface number 9.
What the fuck? I don't understand. I'm about to fucking cry in this bitch. I'm gonna keep it together though. I don't understand. But listen, Mania is not all bad. We'll see how the chamber goes. I mean, if Cena wins, it's kind of over, but but maybe not.
I've seen an interesting booking suggestion from someone who said that Roman should return at the chamber and cost Seth, and therefore helping Punk win, and that's Punk's favor being followed through on from Hangman.
I had that thought too. That's a good thought. I like the idea, obviously, because Punk wins. I would like it if, this is just me doing character stuff, that all happened, and then after WrestleMania, Punk wants a favor. And Roman's like, that's a favor. I was like, I'd tell you to do that. You can decide what my favor is. Now that works. And we can do Punk and Roman. I don't know, whatever. It's probably too big for SummerSlam, but you get the point. Here for it.
I'm with it. But yeah, Cena winning is the most likely thing to happen. And they have built up the whole quest for 17 so much that I just don't see him not being in a title match at WrestleMania.
Doesn't John Cena's last WrestleMania sell itself? Why do you have to have a fucking world title match?
Then don't say that. Don't cut the promo that he did on the Raw premiere. Like, if he doesn't cut that promo, then yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's the final WrestleMania for John Cena. It doesn't need a title, but he made the whole retirement run about his quest for 17. So
yeah, and he lost. He lost the Rumble. He loses the Elimination Chamber. Sorry. The quest is going to be rough, sir. Then you can face fucking Drew at Mania. You're welcome. There you go, Drew. You wanted something fucking bigger than Punk? So one of the 3 guys that can do it. Here you go. Because Roman has no interest, even a little bit, apparently.
No.
Sorry.
Probably so. He said, and they said, oh, you're going to work with Drew at WrestleMania. He said, no, I'm not.
Who?
It's like, who?
Andrew Tate?
No. I'll just work Seth. I'll just do Seth. I'll do Seth. I'll do Punk. Do a triple threat, whatever.
He's loyal to those guys. I will give Roman credit on that. Fucking clearly. Yeah. Look at Jay. Good Lord.
Absolutely. And then the new rumor this week is Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa.
For Mania?
For Mania.
Oh, that might be that's one of the only Mania-worthy matches I've heard come out of this fucking report. Good Lord. The fuck? I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you with Styles and Balor. Like, Styles and Balor is the type of matchup I got excited about in 2017 when it first happened. But like, I've seen it. I've seen it many times, and I'll be the one to say it. I said it on Twitter. I'll say it here because nobody else seems to be saying this. I love AJ Styles. I love Finn Balor. Both guys are working really well. Finn Balor just had a great match with Seth Rollins this past Monday. AJ Styles looked great in that whole angle with Braun Breaker and the short matchup with Dom on Monday.
Indeed.
These guys have never had a better matchup than their first match. They've never been even close. They've never even gotten close. And mind you, their first matchup was randomly announced 9 days before the pay-per-view because everybody got measles. No, like 2 days before the pay-per-view. Everybody got measles. They went out there, they stole the show, put on a barn burner. That one match, and AJ coming through for WWE to fill in for Bray Wyatt, who got sick, who was supposed to verse Finn Balor at that show, led to AJ getting a second run with the WWE Championship. But y'all literally did this feud back in the beginning of Balor's run in the Judgment Day. And it was just good matches, nothing memorable. It was just good matches that they had. They can't have a bad match because it's AJ Styles, but it's just good matches. I'm okay with not having a good match with those guys. I'm good. And especially the fact of the matter is, Finn was much more over in 2022 than he is right now.
That's where it is with me. Like, I'm not big on match quality. I'm sure Jacob and Solo will be fucking fantastic. But Jacob's obviously a rocket ship, and Solo's a star still. So I'm interested. Finn hasn't been a star for forever at this point. I'm sorry, I like Finn, but it's been a while. And they're doing him no favors with this fucking idiot in the Judgment Day. Idiotic leader of the Judgment Day. Good Lord. I'm so sad.
He's jobber to the stars right now. That's what they have kind of positioned him as. Yeah,
and that was a great match on Raw, but I was like, we know the outcome. Like, can we just get to that part? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was never any doubt. There was never any doubt for me. We do got Eric Isaacs in the chat. Thanks for joining us. He says, "What's up, THH fam? Hangman and MJF go mano y mano. Welcome back, Orange Cassidy and Megan and Penelope are the new Monet and No, don't do that.
I sure hope not. Good Lord.
Don't do that to them. Plus, it's quite obvious that the Camille in this situation is the person that's being pushed, unlike the Monet Camille.
Yes. I wonder if she went into business for herself. It's like, I'm not running away. That's how I killed the last girl. I'm not doing that.
Yo, for real, I think that was our. It's like, I'm not doing that. That's how you killed the last one. Oh, Greg Artist says Hangman MJF segment should have main evented. Me and Jimmy literally after the show were like, if you flip this show, this is a 9 out of 10 show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. I gotta be honest, looking at the match, I was like, oh, this could have main evented over this fucking match. This is a terrible idea. This thing loves Orange Cassidy. What the fuck happened? Oh, he fell in love with Britt Baker. Maybe Orange Cassidy's next. Please and thank you. Good Lord.
We got Davion in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Davion. We've been seeing you more often in the chat, joining us in the community. He says, good afternoon. I just wanted to say y'all do a great job of analyzing the show every week and are the most consistent channels out there. Keep up the good work. That's very sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Davion. Appreciate you. We got Brandon Brown. He says, member for 16 months. Thank you, Brandon Brown. We did our Nikki Bella appreciation stream, which you really wanted us to do. Unfortunately, we got cut off on doing it for the members here on the channel because can't be playing third-party content. But we did do it over on Twitch, which is a lawless platform.
Lawless.
It is a very lawless platform. You can pretty much do anything on Twitch. Alexander Fitzgerald says that ending after the Bayne versus Statlander match was so awkward. He said, got my popcorn ready to hear Jimmy talk about that.
It's so wild. I'm not entirely sure who to blame. That's not Tony Khan, obviously. But what the fuck? So a lot of people blame Thunder Rosa. I'm not entirely sure what she's supposed to do.
I know. What is she supposed to do? Like, she's supposed to swing on them when she's not supposed to?
I was about to say, if she swings and they don't duck, she just assaulted somebody.
Yeah. And that's a lot. And we already know that they already had rumors about her in the past. That's the last thing she want to do right now.
Yeah, you can't do that. Fucking break Mega Bane's arm. Fantastic. Good job, stupid.
ALW says, what's up, SP3 and Big Jim? Good to see you in the chat, ALW. You got everybody back, being like, haven't seen you in a while. Wild ALW up in the place. We also got G Loke in the chat. He says, at Jimmy Face makes you want to watch wrestling. There you go.
Oh! Speaking of odd wrestling fan takes, it's not odd, but it's interesting psychologically. If that friend of ours had been called Ricky Saints, and then he came to NXT and changed his name to Ricky Starks, I would also be upset. I understand it's a irrational feeling. I understand that idea that it's irrational. So I'm gonna keep it together. Ricky Saints is actually the best I could hope for. If I knew it was that's fucking solid.
See, this is why I like doing stuff with Jimmy. Sometimes you can be irrational in my opinion about certain stuff, but I respect you for this because it's pretty much what I put in my tweet. I was like, guys, it's gonna be okay. I was like, some people are gonna be upset that his name changed. Some people are gonna be fine that his name changed. It does not mean that we need to influence or insult people who feel differently, who feel upset. You don't have to go on Twitter and be like, oh, you guys are making a big deal about it. It's not that big of a deal. We had Gunther, we had Kevin Owens, we had this. They were upset about all those things. So, like, why are you comparing? Just because they're not upset about it doesn't mean that they are. Just because they're not upset about it now doesn't mean that they shouldn't be upset about Ricky changing his name. But on the other hand, there's going to be people that realize that it's not that big of a change. It fits with who he's from, New Orleans Saints. Get it, got it, good. I just put the question marks out there, and I just started laughing. I was like, that's funny. That's funny. They did that whole build-up just to be like, yep, we are changing his name.
I don't know what that's about. Why? Just so they can own it? That's probably good news. Well, for Ricky, at least. No. Oh, so weird. Whatever. But yeah, Ricky Saints, that's fine. It's a little cartoony, but it's fine, mostly.
It is. It is. We also got Chilling with Chase with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Chase, for all the support as always. So we will give you the floor so you can
speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my God, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you?
Chase says, Jimmy working double? Question mark. Gotta show some love for that work rate being shown. Look at that.
Thank
Jimmy
you,
out here doing the Continental Classic semifinals and finals in the same night.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. I should have thought about it before I fucking went to sleep.
Did give you the option. Did give you the option.
Yeah,
it's like tomorrow. We could have done tomorrow, but you said it. We won't go that long. It's going to be short Q&A, but join us if you're already a member, or if you want to become a member, hit the join button and you can join us for that live stream after this one. Alexander says, Michael Cole saying WWE hasn't been professional wrestling in years. Does that mean AEW is the #1 professional wrestling company? It does not matter how many times WWE tells us they are not a professional wrestling company. They've been telling us for the better part of 25 years they are sports entertainment. You're still pro wrestling. No one believes you. It doesn't matter how many times they've said it. No one takes them seriously when they say this shit. It's just very confusing why they still persist with this ill-begotten mission.
We know why, because you guys are fucking losers and they don't want to be associated with you. Yeah, we tell stories. It's crazy. Oh my God, good Lord. Heyman's talking about winning an Emmy and fucking Michael. All right, enough of you people. No disrespect. It's wrestling. It just is. I know you don't want it to be, but it is. I'm sorry. I know you wish you had more respect, but it is. The whole fucking intro on Netflix talking about stories and baby faces and all types of shit. You can try to fucking say, no, we're not the nerds from before. Yes, you are. Stop. Let it go. It's over. Let's try this for forever. It never worked. It's not going to take. I'm sorry. Let it go. Sorry.
Oh man.
Why don't you even want that spot, Alex Fitzgerald? Like if you had a girlfriend, she said, well, I don't really consider you my fucking boyfriend. You're more my partner. Would it be okay for her having a fucking boyfriend? Of course not. These words don't fucking mean anything. It's situations that matter. Knock it off. It's a wrestling company. Sorry.
Chilling with Chase says, this road to WrestleMania feels like my flight has been delayed 3 times already.
Fucking jarring. When are we getting started? It doesn't even feel like WrestleMania season. Hell.
Is my clock right? Is it really 8 weeks away? Like, and then it's crazy because the stuff that they have started for WrestleMania, it's like, how am I supposed to have faith you're gonna have anything else to do for the next 8 weeks with Jay and Gunther? It's been so good these first 3 weeks. I'm like, but do you have enough to get us 2 more months of content?
No, I'm surprised you did these 2 weeks. That was impressive. What the fuck? We've already done this feud for how long? Poor Gunther. Can you imagine his thoughts going through his head when he won the belt? It's like me versus.
Did you see the interview? Did you see the Daily Mail interview with him kind of saying like they kind of fucked up my character the last few months? This feels like I'm back into where I was supposed to be and shit like that. I was like, thank you, Gunther. Gunther be watching the channel. Thank you, Gunther, because I've been saying that shit for months. Y'all blew it during that Damian Priest bullshit.
Yeah. I was so excited at the beginning of that. First of all, calling somebody trash, always hilarious. Coming from Gunther, it's fantastic. And I don't know what happened. They just ran it too long. What are we doing? All of a sudden, he's the street king? No offense. Knock it off. Stop it. In the streets, he could beat Gunther. Are you sure? Have you seen Gunther? I don't understand this thought process.
You know, I'm pretty sure Gunther would whoop his ass in the streets.
It's loafers, absolutely.
And thank you, chilling with Chase, who notes that I did predict that. I did predict Fatu and Solo in my article. My article is looking very, very. I am a professional tea leaf reader.
Oh my God, we're not doing this. We're not gonna have this revisionist history. Knock this off. We're not doing that.
What? What? I did call it.
Yeah, fucking on your 4th try. Good job.
It's only one article. I only did one.
What happened to The Rock versus Cody? What happened to Roman versus Solo? What happened to Roman versus Jacob? What happened?
Whoa! What you see? What happens? We have the GPS, and we just follow the GPS, and we just go over the twists and turns, and this is what we do.
He said something that pissed me off the other day because I believed him when he said it. He was like, "I don't do the shows I like. I do the shows I want. I do the show the fans want." Stop listening to these fucking people. With respect. Fuck about Jay. Do what you want, please. Which I know is fucking 1980s wrestling, but still, good lord. Ugh.
Oh my God! Big Man Dog says Finn Balor versus AJ Alex Jones Styles.
Yeah, boy, you know how good you got to beat those allegations. Very good. It sounds fantastic. So he thinks the earth is flat. Lord, you should never be able to get over again. He's pulled it off. He just does.
One of the best ever.
Yeah.
We got another super chat donation here. Will Chisholm is back. Man, all the old faces are back in the chat today. Thank you, Will. AEW. It's been 3 shows and 3 Dynamites in a row that's been good to great. So people are coming out the woodworks. We appreciate y'all. So we're gonna give you our
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Will says if Thunder Rosa was New Jack, they both would be in the hospital shoot wise. LOL. NXT got the women's big 3. Dysphoria? What is that? Like it's big me.
Yeah. Who do we blame for that? It felt like a miscommunication. I know we haven't even gotten to the show yet. But I still don't quite understand what the fuck is going on. Is Thunder Rosa really rub you the wrong way? Could that be it? I don't know. No, it's not important.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I do find it funny that with the NXT women's big 3, fucking Zarya is fucking Big Sean.
Zarya's not in that group. Get out of here.
Exactly. Big Sean ain't in that group. Big Sean ain't with J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Sorry. No offense.
I said she should have turned heel. She should have turned heel a long time ago. She should have been heel when she first gets introduced.
She could turn heel. She could turn toes. She could turn whatever the fuck she likes. She's not going to be Stephanie and Julia and Jordan Grace. I'm sorry. No disrespect. No disrespect, ma'am. Of any kind. Boy, Stephanie's a star. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel top 3 in the business. Stephanie's a fucking star.
Yeah, not a lot of women can do what she does. The springboard dives and the spinal taps, and then her aura. There's just
aura. It's like she looks so confident about everything.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a good question, Ninja Mort. Is AJ sticking around? Is that's been in the news this week about AJ's contract about to expire. So he did say when he signed this last deal that would be his last contract in wrestling.
Oh, I said this before and I'll say it again. It is wrestling. I'm sorry. I don't really see you turning down how many fucking zeros Nick Khan's gonna add to that check. It's hard for me to buy that. It just is.
And not in like the best shape of your career. Like
nah. He's relatively healthy. He's obviously in fantastic shape. Yeah. No way.
And WWE is going to want to pay you because they know that you would be a lot bigger. You would feel like a lot bigger of a star in AEW than you would in WWE right now. So that means WWE is going to pay you to stay.
Very true. I don't know what he'd do with that fucking Dynamite rating. It would go from 600 to 602 if Styles shows up.
Yeah, it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move, but he would feel like a bigger star. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he should put the belt. Yeah, I put the belt on him. He's AJ Styles.
Yeah. Do the Styles versus Omega match that New Japan never did almost 10 years ago.
Oh,
immediately. And you know, Will Ospreay is like the biggest AJ Styles mark in the world.
That is very fucking true. Good lord. Get back in your pants.
Keep it in your pants. All right, but yes, keep coming with those comments in the live chat. Appreciate y'all for all the support already, and remember to drop the thumbs up as well. And if you have any questions for us for the Q&A after the show, you can leave that in the community tab that's up right now. But let's get into AEW Dynamite. Last night, February 19th edition of Dynamite was from Phoenix, Arizona. What did you think about the crowd and the building that they were in last night? I liked the building. It just sounded like the sound waves just like sounded better in this building than a lot of the other buildings they've done.
It did. I like the way it looked on TV too. The choice they went with the old school wrestling video game angle from straightforward instead of off to the left. That's good. That was a good show.
It also that camera angle reminded me of like the great like 2020 2021 Daily's Place Dynamites as well.
Yeah, indeed.
And to get that feel, we got 2 OGs to kick off the show as the show opened up with Excalibur, Taz, and Ian Riccaboni. Once again, like I said last week, Nigel's on commentary, a point up. Ian's on commentary, a point up. They literally had Tony and Jim Ross in the building, and they said, Ian, you're on commentary to kick off. I was like,
Shivani was in the building?
Shivani was in that last segment. Like they didn't even put him on commentary the whole night.
Oh my God. By the way, because I know we're not getting a chance to talk about it. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's just smart. Either way, I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything. I like that Excalibur takes a backseat when Ian's there. He just naturally does. He still does the transitions and shit and he throws some fucking ads. But when shit is happening, he lets Ian do his thing, as he fucking should, because he's better. Sorry.
Yeah. I think that Excalibur is probably aware that Ian is a better play-by-play commentator for wrestling than you are.
Ian's so good. So good.
Ian came into this business as a commentator. Excalibur started as a wrestler. Like, we have to realize, one is trained to do this, the other had to do this because it didn't work out for the first thing.
Yeah. Okay,
and he's friends with the Young Bucks, yes.
I'm not sure it has nothing to do with it.
The show kicks off with the former AEW World Champion MJF coming out to the ring. We have security surrounding the ring as he is here to have a face-to-face with Hangman Adam Page. Paige, who is still using the heel tunnel, so we haven't completed his redemption arc quite yet. They made their way to the ring, both agreeing to zero physicality, says the commentators. MJF insults the crowd, and then he tells this story about the start of AEW and goes back to Double or Nothing 2019. The first official match. The first official match of the company being the Casino Battle Royale. The winner of the match would go on to compete for the first ever AEW World Championship. MJF had the match won, but Paige screwed him. Cheap shotted him like a worm. So MJF had to claw his way to the top by beating some of the biggest names wrestling has to offer. If you have a favorite, name your favorite wrestler, I probably beat him. MJF brought up, though, that he's a 6-time Dynamite Diamond Ring winner. And he's like, I tend to forget. Who did I beat the first time for this? Oh, yeah, it was you. And then I went on to headline, main event, and win the biggest show ever in Wembley Stadium. He says he's a former international champion and the best and longest reigning AEW world champion of all time, because he's Maxwell Jacob Freeman and he's better than you, and you know it. Paige asks why MJF is talking like he doesn't know who he is. MJF is a 28-year-old who has accomplished so much, but he can't be happy. Is it because there's something he's unable to win from the fans, which you could tell kind of triggers MJF? He snaps back and screams at Paige to shut his mouth. He doesn't care about the fans. MJF thinks that it's funny. The fans can determine who is morally redeemable, when Paige has been given everything on a silver platter. He was like, you are the main character of AEW, right? He was like, look at everything that you have done over the last couple of months. He was like, it's Hangman on a Paige, the man who drank Swerve Strickland's blood, the man who attacked some of the greatest veterans in the back, the man that drove a syringe into his opponent's face, the man who went as low as to light a man's house on fire to ash. Every one of these evil deeds that MJF listed off of Hangman got big pops, and the burning down of the house got the biggest. MJF said the fans will tell you Hangman did nothing wrong, and they'll chant cowboy shit at the top of their lungs. And he asks if that gives Paige the warm and fuzzies inside. MJF asks if everything Paige has done, does Hangman even love himself? Did Paige love himself when he ended the career of his mentor, that worthless coward, Christopher Daniels? Paige fired back that Daniels is 10 times the man MJF ever will be. He said that he'd rip out his spine and give it to Daniels if he could. Hangman said that Daniels gave part of his life to every company that he's ever been in, fighting for his life in the ring till the very end. And he knows that Daniels wouldn't have had it any other way. Daniels took care of wrestling, even when wrestling didn't care for him. Daniels is the best of pro wrestling and a reason why they're able to stand in this ring tonight. It's that humility that MJF doesn't understand, as MJF doesn't have the stomach for it. If MJF's career ended tonight, what would they say about him? Would they say that he's a credit to the sport? Or would they say that he's an opportunist, a selfish coward, someone who has taken every shortcut possible, thinking that he's get the fans' admiration? After everything Paige has done, the fans still care about him, but he's not going to be arrogant enough to understand why. Hangman knows what is right and wrong. He tells the truth about things. He's lied probably 100 times over the last 5 years, but never to these fans. Everything Page has had, he's worked for. The AEW World Tag Team titles, the AEW World title, a family. It hasn't been easy. While MJF has spent 5 years scheming to the top, lying to everyone standing in his way, Page hopes for MJF's sake, a small part of him thinks it's true. Because if it's not, deep down, MJF knows it. MJF laughs and then he does baby talk saying, "Oh, you mad because I cheat too much? That it get you upset?" Newsflash, dipshit. It doesn't matter how you get to the top. He's earned everything, which you can't say the same for Page. The powers that be made Hangman the golden boy around here before this company even started. When all MJF needed was a scarf and a mic. He's better than Page at everything, and he axes one thing Page is better at. Page responds simply, "I'm real," and drops the mic. MJF responds and says Page can be the main character all he wants. He has no problem being the bad guy, and he finally drops the mic. They get an intense stare down. Both men say had enough of it. They take off their jackets off. Security surrounds the ring. MJF fakes like he's about to retreat, but he comes back and he spits in Hangman's face, and then he runs off when Page goes after him. Security and officials try to hold back Page, but he starts laying all of them out until Christopher Daniels comes down to the ring. He looks like he's about to punch Daniels, but he pulls back the punch when Daniels pulls him away. Daniels, without the mic, tells him this has been what he's been fighting for this entire time. He knows the real Hangman, and so does Page, who nodded in agreement. Man, this was 23 minutes, a long segment, but I thought that this was great stuff. I thought both guys played their characters up very well. MJF was the better of the two on the mic because obviously this is more of MJF's style of promo, but I thought that Hangman played up his character very well throughout, and this sets the stage, and it was announced, it was made official on this show, one-on-one, two former AEW World Champions will collide on Sunday, March 9th in Los Angeles, California. It will be MJF going one-on-one with Hangman Adam Page. Jimmy, what did you think about this opening segment here?
Really good segment. MJF is fantastic and motivated, and it's been fun to see him after Adam Cole stuff. I know a lot of people didn't like the Jeff Jarrett stuff, but even then he felt motivated. Even what he was saying was kind of awful. But here, because Hangman, he's got a lot more to sink his teeth into. It's 2021. Here he goes. You can't let fucking anything go. If it's not about fucking what happened 5 years ago, it's about his high school or his childhood or something that has nothing to do with anything. Just an excuse for why he's an asshole.
It's always his jealousy and the love of the fans that is a factor in all of his feuds. If the fans love you over him, or if he feels any type of jealousy towards you, it's a driving factor to him.
It's a weird choice. He's a fascinating character. We probably didn't have credit for it. People kind of consider him like one note when he's got a lot going for him, quite frankly. The ending was dumb. I'm sorry. I don't know who wrote the ending. I'm going to assume they've got some producer back there who's never assaulted anybody. That's spitting on somebody's assault. I'm not entirely sure why we think it's not. That is contact. If he shot, well, he didn't touch him. Yeah. Technically, if he shot him, would it be okay? You fucking idiot! What? Good lord. Yes, this was really well done. Daniel stuff kind of goes into melodrama, but I thought Hangman and Daniels did well with it, even if it's not my favorite thing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I like when MJF he can sink his teeth into stuff that's happened on camera instead of insider terms. I think that's when he's really kind of in his bag, or if he could play off stuff from his like past, he's always at his best, like you said.
Yeah, agreed. Whenever he can kind of just explain what happened and why you feel about it. I don't need to hear about fucking who's a mark and all the other horse shit. Just get to it.
Yeah. We also got here in the chat a couple of people talking about this. Big Man Dog says commentary plays a massive part in the show quality. 100% agreed. Big Man Dog says Ian, Nigel, and JR is the ideal booth.
Ooh, I like a motivated JR. I don't mind saving him for main events. I don't know if an Orange Cassidy main event is the right idea, but sure.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was like, why are we telling JR to get out of his bed for this?
Huh? Good Lord.
or did JR be like, you know what? I really want to commentate that Orange Cassidy Roderick Strong matchup. You know,
He probably said, I really want to be out there for the main event. He went, are you sure? All right, sure. Go ahead. Ew.
Oh man. Annika says, wow, truly forgot it was MJF versus Hangman for the freaking ring. I will say it is hilarious. He called himself a 6-time Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Like, for real. Like when Swerve called himself a podcaster. Like, really? All right. Sure. Congrats.
Alexander Fitzgerald says this promo should have ended the show. This promo was great. Yeah, I wouldn't have mind if it closed the show. 100%.
I wouldn't mind. It's fine. It's better than what we got.
Big Man Dog says classic white meat babyface promo by MJF. He is right. The fans are fickle.
It is wild to hear him list all those things. This is not a good person he's talking about right here. It's like, right. Well, these idiots. Yeah.
He was like, why are you redeemable, but I'm not? Like,
this is wild. Burn anybody's house down? What the fuck? Like, yeah. Good on you.
But the funny part is he was redeemable. They did forgive you for everything that you did.
That's honestly the part I gotta be honest, that's the part I was a little iffy about. He goes, you could never get them. But he did though. He did.
Yeah.
And he gave it away. I'm not entirely sure why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, he didn't give it away. He got mad because they liked other people. Like he was greedy about their cheers. Like he wanted all the cheers. It is funny. That's a fascinating heel character to me. That's fascinating. Yes. He gets mad that the fans cheered other people.
It's a fucking child. It's fantastic. Lord.
That was great. Davion says Page versus MJF is going to be a classic. It definitely boosts up the whole Revolution card having this matchup.
Oh yeah, like I outside of, you know what? Never mind. This is easily the match I want to see the most. I was gonna say outside of Takeshi and Omega, they already fucked that build up. So this is the match I want to see the most.
Why couldn't we just do Kenny Omega having a match in the 3 weeks that you only had 3 weeks? Why do we need a match series? And why? Me and Jeremy discussed this on Indie. Why did they do it in a way where they had Tony Khan announce it through the commentators instead of having Callis go in on Takeshita for losing the tag match and be like, you know what? You're going to defend the title before Revolution. I'm going to make a match. Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong had an international title match at last year's Revolution. Have them face the winner of that match. Takeshita's going to defend against him to prove he's the best international champion before he faces Omega. At least make it story driven instead of, hey, Tony Khan announced we're doing a match series for no reason with Omega in the finals, not the champion.
That's such an odd choice. I know it's Kenny Omega, but still, what are we doing and why? Or don't hit at Takeshi and Omega before you do it. Good Lord.
Yeah. Big Man Does says finally AEW is doing some banger sports entertainment promos again.
Well, I'd say it did feel reminiscent of classic MJF. I was here for it.
Yeah.
Once he delivered his promo, the first part of it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna go long because that's not the last time he's talking.
Yeah, you could tell this was the first part of the end
Yeah.
of this promo. You could tell that, yeah. And especially when they were standing in opposite corners and they did their little thing and would back up into the corner, you knew that they would eventually the promo wasn't going to end until they were face to face.
Yeah, it felt very Punk MJF or Starks MJF. I was here for it.
Yeah, it was very much like a melding of like you said, like MJF Punk with Hangman and Swerve. Those promos that they did before the first match in at Wrestle Dream and the second match at Full Gear. We got Big Man Does. He says, "I'm not letting another man spit at me." To be fair,
yeah,
that's worse than getting punched in the face sometimes.
Yeah, we got to sit down and we got to figure out the creative way to get this fight started because I'm not letting him spit at me. Can't come on this. That'll work for me, brother.
It worked for me, brother. Video package recapping Grand Slam was shown. Any thoughts on Grand Slam?
Good show.
Anything or?
I did. I watched the whole show.
Nice.
I was feeling really down about wrestling about Saturday, Sunday. Then I watched Raw and I really enjoyed it. Then I watched Dynamite and I enjoyed it. So I watched Collision after that, or the Grand Slam rather after that. And no, it was a really good show. I couldn't let Buddy win. Why? Stop it. Not that Okada's so much with it, but still. By the way, I would imagine I hope a unification match, or at the very least a chain versus chain match is on the cards with Okada and Omega eventually.
Yeah. I think that's why they're doing the international title match before at Revolution. I think that's why, and I think that's why they're doing the extra title match next week, because they want to get Takeshita one more title match on TV before he loses.
Yeah, he's definitely losing. That's a shame. But yeah, it was a really good show. I thought it was nothing bothered me on that show outside of the obvious. That's where I was dead gimmick. Poor Jay White. But everything else I thought was really, really solid. Really solid.
But did you like the tag match? I thought the tag match was great.
Ospreay and them?
Yeah.
It was really fun.
What the hell? Was that you, or did someone else turn off your camera?
What the fuck?
What the hell just happened?
I don't know.
Yo, it was like you got cut, like you was about to say something, and then they just cut you off.
They don't like insults to the Will Ospreay Company. I said it was good. I don't know why they would get me cut off. I said it was good. It was enjoyable at the very least. Some spots in there I thought were a bit much. Ospreay and Fletcher, whenever they got together, good lord. But it was mostly really good. I thought it was, I don't give it a star rating, but one of the better matches of the year, we'll say.
Yeah, so far, yeah. We got here a couple of people. Marvin Kidd says, if you're in danger. And Power Drive Finisher said, H doesn't like the positivity on AEW from
Cody, that kid ran from the grind. We don't like that kid.
Don't like that kid. He's supposed to be with us. We go backstage to Renee Paquette, who interviews the aforementioned Roderick Strong and the Undisputed Kingdom. Roddy says that he and Orange Cassidy are destined to dance forever. Strong knows that Cassidy is friends with Kyle O'Reilly, but it won't stop him from defeating him tonight and go on to win the international title next week from Takeshita. O'Reilly says that Cassidy is his boy, but Roddy is going to have to break his back, unfortunately. Adam Cole says that they have Roddy's back, and that is undisputed. I was like, man, what type of protein was Adam Cole eating? Because Adam Cole looked like he did a bicep curl.
He might have got a pump before he knew he was gonna be on camera. Just push-ups real quick. So, yeah. Brother. Hey, listen. Hey, better late than never. I'll take it. Do something, sir.
Yeah, and like it's so refreshing to see, like, despite them going, Roddy going on to lose the main event, Undisputed Kingdom feels in a much better place than they were during the MJF feud, and MJF feels light years away from that as well.
Yeah, it's best for everybody. Good lord.
It helped out everybody, just cutting bait and just moving on.
Duh.
Next up, we get our opening contest, the Ops. Samoa Joe, Hook, and Kasusori Shibata versus the Patriarchies, Christian Cage, Kip Sabian, and Nick Wayne with Mother Wayne in their corner. We got brand new entrance theme and entrance for the Ops. Yo, the fire, the pyro and shit, that shit made them look like gangsters. I was like, God damn, this is the dope ass entrance. Joe got a massive ovation, especially from the fans, a lot of Joe chants. Shibata started things off with Kip Sabian as both worked the other's arm until Shibata hit a kitchen sink and got a tag into Joe. Joe started lighting up Sabian with some chops. He did a leg trip at one point, and Sabian tried to roll out of the ring only to be flattened by a Joe Senton. The same fate met for Nick Wayne. Cage faked the tag but bailed and forced Wayne to get brutally chopped in the corner by Joe again. Mother Rain ran distraction as Sabian decked Shibata from behind, allowing Wayne to hit a snap suplex for a 2 count as the Patriarchy regained control. Shibata tried to mount a comeback, sending Sabian outside, laying out Wayne as Hook made the hot tag, dishing out some suplex aplenty, including to Christian, who sent him to the floor. Wayne fought off and hit a suplex and then a release fisherman suplex of his own. As Joe steps in, he started cleaning house. We get a double chop sequence from Joe and Shibata, lighting up Sabian at another point. Shibata sinks in a choke on Sabian as Joe held off Christian Cage, who refused to come in and try to break things up, as Nick Wayne eventually taps out to give the Ops another victory in trios action. They get the win here over the Patriarchy. The Ops look good, man. I would say they would be my pick to probably dethrone the Death Riders, and I would just love for Joe to just completely wipe out the Death Riders for me, please. And Joe feels refreshed coming back from his long layoff doing Twisted Metal. He feels very refreshed, and the crowd is very much into him right now. Meanwhile, the Patriarchy, it feels like they are purposely downplaying them to make the eventual Christian cash-in more of a surprise.
Yeah, that's my guess about what's happening. My original assumption, I'm not against the Ops winning the trios titles. I thought it would be Jay White and the Ass Boys to kind of wrap that up.
That would be nice too.
Something for Jay White carrying this mess, but Ops solid. This match was fun. A little awkward in spots. Don't know what I want for the Patriarchy outside of Christian taking his belt eventually in the snakiest way possible, just to perfectly fit his character. I don't ask for much, but yeah, like you said, if Edge wins at Revolution, which feels at least more possible than it did before Grand Slam. It's perfect. Christian, go ahead.
It's like that was like totally the new like 2025 way to book things. Because back in our when we first started watching wrestling, it's always booking 101. You have the challenger win in a tag team matchup against the champion. But because of how new age wrestling fans think, having the champion beat the challenger makes it more likely for fans to think we're going to get a title change.
Yeah. Yeah, AEW has I'm in no way, shape, or form ever going to say smarter to any wrestling fans of any kind, but they have a more tapped in fan base, so it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. We got Chase who says, I don't know when Joe is ready to take on Mox. When he comes in with a nice shaved head, you know Joe ready for a big win or a program when he shaves his head. Yeah.
Baltimore Joe's, yeah, menace.
Different. It's different. It moves me a little bit more. We get highlights of Bandito and the Outrunners defeating the Learning Tree at AEW ROH Global Wars on Monday. Then we go backstage to Chris Jericho, who is with Renee Paquette. Jokingly, Renee asks if Jericho accomplished what he set out to, getting pinned by Bandito in Australia. And Jericho was not. I know, right? I was like, what's with Renee and Kathy Kelly? Kathy Kelly was very spicy on Monday Night Raw this week, and now you got Renee very spicy with Jericho here. And I like Jericho's response because usually Jericho would probably laugh it off and do his little stick, but you could tell he was upset. He says if it wasn't for him, Paquette wouldn't even have a job, and he could throw her out of this building. No one would be here without Chris Jericho, saying that maybe it's time for the learning tree to start teaching history lessons. As he's a 9-time world champion, Jericho is the guy fans ask to take pictures with, while Bandito is the guy they ask to take the picture. Jericho says that he'll give Bandito an ROH world title shot this Saturday and show why people around here are getting a little too comfortable around Chris effing Jericho. It is official. It's the main event this Saturday on Collision. It will be Chris Jericho defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Bandito. What do you think about this promo from Jericho? This was one of the better Chris Jericho promos because he went serious here.
Right? It's been a while since we saw serious Chris Jericho. I thought it went rather nicely. I thought him saying Bandito takes a picture is just funny to me. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because it's probably true.
It's true.
It is what it is. This was mostly painless. I like Jericho here. He's got a tan. He's got his extensions in. He's really going for this look. I still want him to go away, at least for a little while. But if he's going to be here, this is good. This is solid.
Good stuff. Good stuff here from Jericho for once, which very surprising. very surprising for me when Jericho does all right. It's like, oh, you did just fine. Did just fine. That was a pleasant surprise. You know, he's 2 for 3 over these three good show stretch. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Next up, we get the reason why he got his last W of a segment. Big Bill is coming out, and he has a street fight with Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs gets weapons right from the start as he makes his way to the ring, while Bill is carrying his backpack, as his brick backpack, as I like to call it. Both men start fighting right into the stands. The brawl goes all over ringside area into the crowd. They start slugging it out until Hobbs clothesline Bill over the barricade ringside. Hobbs is a big charge against the barricade, but tried again, only for Bill to chuck a case at him, at Hobbs' legs. I thought it looked like a computer, but it was like a sound mixer. But Bill pulls out a wrench from under the ring. He misses 3 times, allowing Hobbs to get a big chair shot to the back. Referee Aubrey's expression after that was absolutely priceless. Bill was able to grab the wrench, and he waffles Hobbs right in the side of the head, busting him open. Bill hits a big boot, and he follows up with a choke slam right on the steel steps as we go to commercial break. He starts rubbing the blood. He has the blood on his ribs, and he then rubs the blood on his finger, and then rubs the blood on his lips and blows a kiss to the crowd. I was like, this guy's a creep. Back from break, Bill turned his attention to set up a table in the corner, allowing Hobbs to clobber him with a trash can. Was this the first time that Hobbs bled? This feels like the first time that Hobbs bled. Yeah, like I was like, okay, this is different. I don't remember Hobbs ever bleeding like this. He starts clobbering with the trash can until he goes for a power slam, and then Brian Keefe comes out to try to make the save, only to be sent through a table with a big spine buster in the corner. The distraction worked, though, as Bill hit another big boot that sent Hobbs to the stage. Meet Forever chants at this point, which distracted Bill long enough for Hobbs to hit the world's strongest slam right on the ramp, and decking Bill with the backpack full of bricks, which Hobbs revealed had bricks all broken up and busted open Bill. With the ring set up on the stage, Hobbs repeatedly drove Bill's face into them as Hobbs brought Bill up, and he basically was trying to give him a spine buster off the steel steps through a barbed wire table below, but it just looked like he just shoved him off of there. Bill goes right into the table with the barbed wire, and I like how he played it off, where he was basically tied up in the barbed wire, so it made sense for referee Aubrey to give him the 10 count. He doesn't get up to his feet, so Hobbs is declared the winner. Ian Riccaboni with the reference of the night by name dropping Dan Cortis as he's previously favorite bricklayer until tonight. Not sure how many people appreciate that reference, but Ian Riccaboni always with the cool references. Big Bill picks up a win here, a decisive win as well, which feels like he should be back into one of these title contention after this big win. But nice strong conclusion to the brawl here. I enjoyed this one. This was a fun match. What did you think?
Oh yeah, this was a blast. Bill and Hobbs have a lot of chemistry together, and they're so very different from the rest of the AEW roster that it immediately becomes something to watch. Like, ooh, meat. Pause. Speaking of pause, did Ian drop this during the previous match or this one? We talked about when you're in the park with the old men, and then the old men start hooping. I was like, first of all, why are you in the park with old men? This is very weird. Oh, it's a basketball reference. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Good Lord. Yeah, House is good here. In the park with the old men, and then the old men start going crazy. It's like, yo, sir, what? All right, take it easy. This was really good. I enjoyed all of this. I don't know what's next for Hobbs. I mean, assuming that Revolution happens, what we think is going to happen, and we got a bunch of Omega champion and Garcia, and probably not going to do fucking Moxley or Edge. It's not really a spot for him. He's just going to fight the next heel up. Not sure who that'd be. My guess is he's off TV for a while, and then he comes back randomly to fight some bum. Be my guess.
Unless they want to like have him be the next challenger for Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Title, since they're doing the Bandito match around that right now.
If you're a fan of Hobbs, would you risk it? Would you risk putting him in a Jericho vortex?
No, I would be like, this is the match you do at Revolution, and you have Hobbs win.
You haven't beat ROH champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Let's say it's not really a spot for him on the big main roster.
Yeah, it's not like anything like you could say, oh, there's this guy, there's that guy. No, there's not really any type of direction unless he's going to go back into the Death Riders storyline, which he could easily do that. But do I want him to do that? I'd much rather him just beat Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Title.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it could be fun. It's risky. Yeah. It's Jericho, but it could be fun.
It is. Big Man Dog says Jericho crazed fan approval on a podcast. He claimed the learning tree was a working us, then proceed to explain the gimmick, and now he cut a serious promo and dropped it entirely.
I wonder if that's what MJF's gimmick is based on, like real life Chris Jericho. Because I don't understand how you're this good. Well, you used to be great, even you're all time. And he's still, you can see it's still this kind of, I don't call it insecurity. I feel stronger than it should be, but it's like, what the fuck is going on? Why do you feel the need to explain everything? Why do you feel the need to say fucking nobody gets it and fucking we're getting people over and who was worse when they left the Jericho Vortex? It's like, sir, just admit this stinks and let it go. Your legs is pretty much untouchable at this point. Yeah. It's like you and Flair doing your best to prove it's untouchable.
Always. Yeah, I know, Greg Carter, that Hobbs bled in the initial brawl on Collision, but I'm saying in a match, this is the first time that we've seen Hobbs bleed. Yeah. We got Alexander who says Hobbs is in the Learning Tree Vortex, but at least he's not in the Jericho Vortex. I love that the focus has been put on Big Bill and Hobbs with barely any Jericho. Yeah.
And now we're going to risk it before our title match.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
Sit your ass at the house. Wait till we got something.
Craig Carter too says Hobbs should beat Jericho. We also got Big Man Dogs. He says AEW has a heavyweight meat division, just like how WCW had a cruiserweight division. Fire.
That is very true. Good Lord. These two are on the card and fucking Orange Cassidy and Roger Strong is the main event. Lord, what are we doing? Backwards ass company. What are we doing?
This would have been much better as the main event. I agree. Renee Paquette is now backstage with the Murder Machines, as Brian Cage said that they had something to say to the Hurt Syndicate tonight, but surprise, surprise, they're nowhere to be found. Lance Archer called them out to meet them on Collision, as those AEW World Tag Team titles are coming to them. I don't
mean to be rude. Brian Cage looks better with the beard, but he looks less distinct. Like, he looks less important. And I'm not entirely sure who this is and why I should care. I look forward to the match, at the very least. It'll be fun. Different than the last match the Hurt Business had.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you were facing guys you could just toss around the last two matches with Private Party and the Guns. You won't be doing much of that with Brian Cage and Lance Archer, or if you do that, it's more impressive.
Certainly. Good Lord.
At this point, Justin Roberts made the announcement that was made yesterday morning that AEW Double or Nothing is leaving the Las Vegas tradition and going to Phoenix, Arizona, coming up on Sunday, May 25th. Great decision to get out of Las Vegas. Thank God.
Damn, why?
Because Jericho versus Adam Cole in 2023 killed that crowd.
Like 4 years, it's over?
They killed the crowd. It took them 2 years to make the adjustment, but at least they made it.
Jesus. This is fine. It's mostly painless, but like, good Lord. I can't really complain. I sat there with like 12 of these during fucking Raw. Good Lord. The fuck up. Get a bunch of top trading cards. What is this?
Why is there so many ads during the actual show? Like,
what the fuck? It's NASCAR driver. Are you fucking serious?
I don't care. I don't care who comes to see the show. I really don't. Like, stop.
Oh, fucking.
Like, does WWE realize that I do not care how many people are at your shows? I do not care.
That's your
how
boy.
many things you want to sell.
Fucking greedy ass Nick Khan. He's already ruined the mat. The man looks like fucking a NASCAR car, and now he won't stop. He won't stop. You greedy cocksucker. Would you stop it, please?
Drew.
Make an absurd amount of money, I'd assume. Good Lord.
True. Drell says, I was impressed with Hobbs' win last night. We also got Chillin' Which Day says Jericho versus Adam Cole was one of the worst matches I've seen live.
Oh, Jesus. Is it that bad? I don't think I watched it. Maybe I did.
Yeah, so bad. So bad. The worst lights out match in company history, for sure. For sure.
Oh.
It had Sabu as special enforcer.
Oh, that match. Oh, yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
Next up, we get the four-time AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm, is out here for a title celebration. Luther accompanies Storm to the ring before heading to the back, giving Storm the spotlight she deserves. The lights go out. The light is on Toni, and she cuts one of her funnier promos. She says, "The whore you all adore, the slut you can't rebut, the tramp is now the champ." Storm brought up the woman from hell who she beat for the title, calling Mariah May a sick bitch who gave Storm the fight of her life. Storm beat her, though, with her small package. As folks say, good things come in small packages. But Mariah May should have worn protection, as Storm railed her with the biggest package there's ever been.
Good Lord.
May has been exiled, given a permanent end. Literally the same lines that John Cena said about Osama bin Laden.
Insane.
Storm gave a cheap plug to her new movie, The Queen of the Ring, in theaters on March 7th. And then Storm said that she is here to defend her title against the best. So whether that's Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, or Wendy freaking Richter, Storm said whoever wants to go face to face, tit to tit, or lip to lip, she's not hard to find. As God is a woman, and her name is timeless. Storm drops the mic and gives a bow and pose as the light fades to black. This was wonderful. This was wonderful. I love this so much.
This is fucking insanity. What is she going on about? This is really good. I can't front.
That one line, folks say, good things come in small packages. Mariah May got railed by the biggest package that's ever been.
What? Man, keep it together. What?
Like, if you weren't paying attention, you immediately are going to look up what she says.
Who did what?
Excuse me?
This is great. Tony is. I was trying to think about like the most versatile. We already have EO and Statlander as the best in-ring workers in women's wrestling. I was trying to think about overall performance in North America, at least. I was trying to think about overall performance. Tony is pretty close to the top of the list. She's really good on the mic, and it's all character stuff. It's all shit that nobody else could say or should say or even try to get away with. This was really well done. I love this.
This was good. This was good. This was good follow-up for her winning the championship, and I'm sure we'll probably get who's gonna be the challenger for her at Revolution, and I probably figure it's gonna be Mariah May again. They did a 15-month program. You might as well do one more matchup now that they're 1-1.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. After this promo, already a better reign than Mariah had. Already showed more respect. Good Lord. She got a center ring. She got
her title. She got a title celebration a few days after instead of 3 months after.
Good Lord. The fuck. Wait. Maybe it'll work out this time. I know I already booked the title versus title match with Okada and Omega. I'm doing another one. You gotta unify these belts. You gotta do Mercedes and Toni Storm at some point. It's two biggest women in the company with relative ease. I'd do that at All In or something. I don't know. So, what about fucking what's her face? Athena. It's too bad. I'm sorry you're from Texas. That doesn't do it with me. We're doing it at All In. Move on with your life. I'm sorry.
Would you be okay if it's like Stat and Willow versus Tony at All In, and then they do Athena and Mercedes as the TBS title match?
No. Sure. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Who cares? Willow's title match. That means something happened. Good Lord. Was Willow next?
Yeah, I think so. But we got a couple of comments to read here. We got Darius in the chat who says Tony's promo last night was the moment of the night for me. We got Big Man Dogs who says I was very entertained. He says 4.5-star promo.
Fucking solid.
What's really good. Chilla Chase says really great stuff from Tony. Davion says Tony was wilding in that promo.
It was great.
Yeah, seriously, like you just think it's gonna be something regular, and then she just says, "You got railed." What?
You did what?
Oh man, Jonathan Coachman is talking again. Big Man Dog says Jonathan Coachman claims Tony Khan ghosted Shane after he asked for equity in the company and to quote unquote run the show. I assume he's not a reliable narrator, but it's funny to think.
We don't coach anymore. It's not a joke.
No, coach has been very much drifting for a while.
Oh, good Lord! Anybody says they don't like you guys, call him a grifter. Knock it off. This I don't know how true this is, but it's got to be something. Because that's why things make no sense. Halfway through, it just gets dropped. It's so weird. And if I was Shane, I would ask for that. That'd be my only thing I would ask for. And if I'm Tony Khan, I would say no. So there you go.
Yeah, all of that makes sense. All of that does make sense in a way. Like I would see Shane being like asking for that, and I would see Tony Khan being like, No.
I'm good. It's nice talking to you, at least.
We get a Gabe Kidd video package highlighting his run in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now and his epic match of the year candidate against Kenny Omega at Wrestle Dynasty on January 5th. We're told that Gabe Kidd is coming to Collision this Saturday. He will be there in action. I like that they gave him a video package. It did make him feel like a bigger deal than his past appearances in AEW.
Well, his tweeting bothers me. And I thought you guys' overrating of his match on Omega was egregious. However, watching that match, I did become a Gabe Kidd fan. I cannot tell a lie. I'm just like, this guy's fantastic. He just gets it. And he's like 12 years old. This kid gets it. I'm here for it.
He's like 12 years old.
This kid's a star. God damn.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy for New Japan for sure. Renee Paquette is backstage with Willow Nightingale, who says that she immediately interrupts Renee, which she was actually sounding more spicy than Renee sounded earlier. She was given a minute of precious TV time last week, only to be interrupted by Renee's husband and Marina Shafir. She says that she's had enough of the Death Riders getting in her business, and right on cue, Shafir is right there to bust in again and attack Willow with the AEW World Championship briefcase. We then see Jon Moxley walks into the shot. He brings the cameraman out to the stage along with Wheeler Yuta and Marina. Moxley takes the mic to the ring and he says that he's the AEW world champion. He's the champion of the world, which means that this is his mic. That's his camera. That's his cameraman. The fans are sitting in his seats. No one comes into his house. I was like, what do you think you are, Roman?
Like, seriously, what the fuck? It's his third character change.
No one comes into his house and challenges him like Adam Copeland did. As Copeland isn't here, he's probably still face down in the dirt in Australia after Moxley nearly popped his head off with his bare hands. If Cope comes to Revolution, Moxley will finish the job. This brings out Switchblade Jay White, gets a nice little pop from the fans once his music hits. He walks out through the tunnel as Claudio Castagnoli joins the crew in the ring. We also get Pac coming out slowly from the heel tunnel. White is surrounded by the Death Riders until the music of Adam Copeland hits. And he attacks Moxley from behind thanks to the distraction from Jay. White drops Pac with the Blade Runner on the stage as Cope hits a spear on Yuta and an assisted one on Claudio. Cope then grabs Spike from under the ring and he swung wildly at Moxley and crew who bailed through the crowd. Cope and White went after them until Cope grabs a mic and he says that this isn't Jon Moxley's arena. These fans aren't his. They're Cope's people. Moxley is probably back under his bridge where he lives. So when he sees this, Cope said Moxley has no spine. So he'll take his goon squad out one by one until it's man versus man at Revolution, where Cope says that he will kick Moxley's ass. Okay, well the crowd popped for this, so I can't take it so wrong. Cope then tried to steal that guy behind him. He tried to steal his food that he came up. He did reach for the food. That was kind of weird. But the D-Riders will be in action coming up on Saturday. They defend the AEW World Trios Championships against TNT champion Daniel Garcia, Cool Hand Ange, and Daddy Magic.
Look at that group. You take them seriously. These stupid faces they're making.
What did you think about this segment here? Willow being cut off yet again into the Moxley promo into Cope and White fighting off the Death Riders for the second week in a row.
How do I say this nicely? I feel this is egregious. I have two questions, and I want you guys to take your time when answering it, and think about it, and be very delicate. Think as if you're talking about my fucking wife. I have two questions. Number one, what the fuck are we doing? And number two, can what we're doing be justified in any way? These are 2 questions. Take your time to think about it, and then get back to me. And watch your fucking tone. This Willow we're talking about. Watch him out. Now, that was...
Watch your fucking tone.
Watch your tone. The Moxley stuff was so odd. His 4th character change. He went from Crusader in the beginning to Harbinger of Death, waiting for Shane or whoever the fuck is his big boss, to psychopath dictator, and now he's Roman. All right?
Yep.
Sure. Whatever you got to do to make this work. Here's a hint. It can't work. It's over. Jay White's part was interesting at the very least. I find his character the most interesting out of all these people. This babyface Jay White's wild. As much as I want to heal from her edge.
I was like, why didn't the guns come out to have his back when he was surrounded?
That's another issue. Are they done? I told you, it didn't feel like they were a group anymore.
No.
Guns up. That's their name. What do you want from them? Edge. Listen, Edge taking out the Death Riders on his way to Moxley. We've seen this before. We've seen Edge do this before with Christian and company. Maybe something. Only way any of this worked anything is if Willow's the person that they use to take out what's her face. So Edge can win this match. Otherwise, ill to all of this. Not his worst week. That's why I said way worse weeks than this, but not great.
Not that great. Not that great here. Just like pretty much every week. Every week is not that great.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I'm like very confused. I'm like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of all this? Why are you doing all this? Like, we still don't have a lot of answers to this whole Death Riders thing.
He doesn't know what he wants. He's kind of doing this as he goes. Maybe we should have gave Shane some equity because I don't understand where we decided you should have dropped all this. We're waiting on Darby. Are you fucking serious?
We're waiting on a guy who has a 40% chance of dying.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I see Willow versus Marine. I saw Sap. I know that's your boy. And I'm not gonna be rude to Sap. I like Sap mostly, especially at the curse one, which called out. Gold, whatever.
Who did he curse out? I forgot. I didn't see that. Oh, Air Gold. Air Gold. Yeah. I was like, you said gold. I was like, wait, who are you? No, Air. Yeah.
Air. Gotcha. Okay. Here's some of Willow's AEW to the core. So this match makes sense from Marina. Sean, that was 2 gimmicks ago. That's why I don't do that anymore. That's been done. We're on some other shit now. What the fuck? No. No Marina matches against fucking Willow, let alone have Willow job. Are you fucking No. Absolutely not. Good Lord.
Yeah, I want Willow to be winning and getting into the title picture. I either want Willow to be like a challenger for Mercedes or Timeless Toni Storm. Like, I want her in the title picture. I don't want her in this mess.
She's the best wrestler. Best wrestler. She's fantastic. Why is she? I don't understand. Why is she fodder for the Death Riders? Good Lord, what is she? Who else got fucked up by Death Riders? Chuck Taylor and fucking Orange Cassidy and who are the 3 brothers? Andretti and them? Top Flight? Come on, man. Knock it off. She light skinned, but she ain't one of them. Don't do that.
She light skinned, but she ain't one of them.
She ain't one of them. Don't do that. She got a character. She fucking weighs more than those bums do. Come on, man. Come on, man. Push.
He makes more than those bums do.
No disrespect, bums. I'm just mean you lighten the seat.
Oh man, we got Darius who says Willow was ready this time.
Not too ready.
Yeah, she wasn't ready for that briefcase. That briefcase is a difference maker. Yeah. We got Darius who says, Mox, you see me, the Death Rider? This is my briefcase.
You see me, the Death Rider. This is my briefcase. This is my camera. This is my audience. What the fuck is he doing? Seriously?
I was like, did you watch that Roman promo against Brock for the first time? Like, what?
What are you doing?
Oh man. We got Big Red Dogs who says, you pushed the old. This isn't fair. Well, who else sells? Who else gets stares? If New Blood fails to claim the prize, then blame them first. Open your eyes.
Oh my God. Who wrote this? Hulk Hogan?
He said, my poem, I'm now a cope defender.
That Billy Kidman couldn't even get over, brother. Good Lord. All right.
We got Annika who says, yes, Jimmy, if they let Willow jump Marina and they have no DQ match at Revolution, it will be awesome because you know Willow is the champ of extreme matches in AEW.
It's Marina Shafir. I like her as Mox's heavy, but can we not pretend like we didn't watch what we watched? Can we not erase history here? I don't care if she's wrestling Shawn Michaels or Will Ospreay or fucking Kurt Angle. I don't see a great match happening. Sorry.
Big Man Doug says Death Riders is like the bloodline without any of the good parts. It's like the bloodline without any of the layers that were like put in place in 2020 and 2021 before we got to all the stuff in 2023. They went from like the beginning of the bloodline, like the first few weeks when Roman aligns with like Paul Heyman, and then they skipped all the way ahead to 2023 when it's just full of interference and stuff like that.
I was gonna say they skipped right to Solo's bloodline. Like, what is this? It's just Solo and a bunch of guys. I don't understand what the point of all this is. All right, and all the guys have had their personality completely stripped away. They're just clones of Moxley. Let me be fair. He's not the fucking most charismatic motherfuckers in the world anyway, to be fair. I'm just saying.
True. We got Ninja Mortis who's speaking my language, says Willow needs to win the next belt, and she goes the next belt she goes for real. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, please. What are we waiting on? I'm confused with what we're waiting on. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. We got Louis.
Whatever the fuck. Good Lord. No offense, man.
We got Louisville with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Louisville, for all the support as always.
You. Fuck you. Bye. So Willis should say she fucking leaves this place.
Louis says Jimmy is on one.
So annoyed. I'm ready. I'm ready for fucking what her name be. Willa Knight to debut in NXT. Please and fucking thank you. Willa Knight. Please. Good Lord. Ugh. Sick of this shit.
No, Willow
Gail.
Smile.
Gail Knight.
Willow Smile. Gail Knight. No, Willow Smile.
Ugh. The fuck.
Backstage, we go to Renee Paquette, and she is with the aforementioned TBS champion, 4 belts, Mercedes Moné, who said that Harley Cameron learned that there's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Moné.
Oh my God.
We cut to Momo Watanabe. Huh?
Save us, Harley.
Save us, Harley. We cut to Momo Watanabe, who was at ringside during the matchup with Mercedes and Harley at Grand Slam, and she is also the winner of the International Women's Cup from Wrestle Dynasty. We get an interview with her backstage at Grand Slam Australia, where she said after winning the International 4-Way at Wrestle Dynasty, challenging for any title she wants, she chooses Mercedes Moné and the TBS title at Revolution on March 9th. Monet went from this, all smiles, to start the promo, to when she heard Momo, she was like this. Monet was insulted and said that Watanabe needs to show up on Dynamite and say that to her face.
Oh my God.
This whole matchup feels like politician Mercedes added. This is someone she wants to work with, So Tony's saying, okay, sure.
Yeah, because what? How do we feel? Jesus, we downgraded from Harley. It's not even possible. I love Harley. She's fantastic, but she's not exactly a serious contender there. No disrespect.
That was the best match of Harley's career, though. That spot with her coming up with the puppet was awesome. It was so good.
It was fun. I ain't gonna hold you. Sure, whatever. I guess. Listen, we're paying her. We can at least let her. I was gonna say we're paying her to let her do what she wants, but she gets to do what she wants. She has creative control, so it's not even politicking. I just do what I want. It's in my contract. Ew. Listen, Revolution. This is not a Revolution level match. I'm sorry. Even if she's really good, which I've heard she's fantastic. But come on, man.
And she had a great match with Mercedes in New Japan, so I think that it will be another very good to great matchup. But it's going to take a lot of heavy lifting over the next 2 weeks to get the fans that don't know Momo.
Weeks. Good Lord. Now listen, it's at pay-per-view. It's on pay-per-view. Wait, is that Revolution?
Yeah.
TV match, huh? No, that's not how Mercedes works.
Nah.
Listen, man, 2 weeks is not enough time to get anybody over, unless it's Goldberg or somebody. This is not happening. But it's Revolution. It's a pay-per-view. It's an AEW fan base. At least half of those motherfuckers gonna know who she is. So the match will be fine. It'll get enough of a reaction. But good Lord, what are we doing?
We shall see. We shall see. They need to follow up with Harley. Probably, I think I did hear that Harley has an in-ring promo segment on Collision. So I won't say that they blew it by not having to follow up here. If they have time and they put it on Collision, and I saw that she had I was told that she had an in-ring promo, then okay, we'll see. I'll see what she says there.
We'll show them Stephanie Vicari got over in 2 weeks. That's true, but that's all time. Sorry.
That is Stephanie Vicari, though.
All time. I'm telling you. Star. How old is she? 30? Yeah, she probably can't catch Rhea, but right after that, I'm telling you, I feel it.
Mm-hmm. Megan Bayne is up next. She's going one-on-one with Chris Statlander. I was very surprised they went to this matchup already, but I will say though, it was kept short, but still it was like it left enough room for me to be like, yeah, I want to see them go at it again, because they were cooking here. Bayne faked a clean break early on in the ropes after they tied it up. She started hitting some clovering blows. Then you get Statlander shrugged it off by no-selling a shoulder block. Bayne got a boot to the midsection, but and shoulder blocked Statlander down, but she kips up and then sweeps the leg and then hits this beautiful looking standing moonsault out of nowhere. I was like, yo, this girl is too good. She's the best worker in this company. She's the best female worker in the damn company. Might be the best worker, period, regardless of gender in the company. Sliding drop kick from Statlander, who lit up Bayne in the corner with some chops. Bayne, though, came back. She powered out of it. Statlander with a high kick. She wanted a electric chair, but Bayne was able to slid out and hits a big spear as we go to commercial break. Both ladies collide in the middle of the ring with a clothesline attempt until a pump kick from Bayne, leading to a corner charge. But that led into Statlander hitting a big lariat. She follows up with a beautiful looking axe kick for a near fall. She goes for the Wednesday Night Fever, but Bayne was able to slid out into a deadlift German suplex. Then we get she slugged out. They slugged it out on the apron where Bayne missed a home run shot, leading to Statlander hitting a back suplex on the edge of the ring frame. Statlander tried to recover, but Bayne rose up and hit a suplex back in the ring. They slugged it out in the ropes. It looked like Statlander got the better of that as Bayne went to the mat, but Bayne takes the referee, allowing Penelope Ford to ran out. She shoves Statlander off the top rope, leading to Bayne hitting her smooth-looking F5 for the 1-2-3. Megan Bayne picks up the win, but a tainted victory to protect Chris Statlander. Post-match, Penelope Ford attacks Statlander until Thunder Rosa's music hits. Thunder Rosa comes down to the ring. Rosa came off like she never had held a steel chair in her life, and she clumsily tried to swing at Bayne, who just stood there without even flinching, before having a little tussle over the chair with Ford for some reason. I was like, what's going on? Why are y'all not attacking her if y'all going to do this? Bayne and Ford just left as Rosa eventually checked on Statlander. That was a very, very awkward post-match. So what was a very good 9-minute matchup.
Oh, really? Only 9 minutes?
Yeah, 9 minutes. That was perfect.
Good job. Especially if this is not the last time your match is not they're going to face. I gotta be honest, it was so awkward. I thought they were going to turn Thunder Rosa. This just feels like, all right, we're going to just hit her in the back with the chair. I don't know why. This is the odd group, but sure, I guess. And then nothing happened.
Megan Bayne, the leader. Imagine Megan Bayne's the leader of her own.
I'm not against that group. The leader is somebody who doesn't talk. It's kind of awesome. This match is really good. Statlander, best in the business right now, as far as female workers in AEW go. And probably my favorite worker in AEW right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. As good as Osprey and Omega are, and I would give them the edge just based off GP. Statlander is splendid. I can't stop talking about the post match. It's so wild. What the fuck is going on?
You either have the heels go out the ring, or like you have Rosa with that, and you have one of the heels be like back up, and then they just slowly get out the ring. But the way they did that was just like, was there like a miscommunication? Did y'all not know what y'all was supposed to do? Like it felt like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, so definitely not on the same page. I mean, to be fair, maybe we're all overthinking this. Maybe what was supposed to happen happened, and it was just bad. Maybe it was supposed to be like Thunder Rosa is preventing them from doing any more damage, and she's just hoping they don't kick her ass.
And Thunder Rosa, when she swung back and then lost like the handles of the chair, like it was like she's never handled a chair in her life.
Assuming, I don't know. I can't even assume anything. This was just awful. It kind of taints a great match. I'm going to hold you.
It did kind of taint it a little bit. I won't lie.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to, it's Black History Month. I don't like shitting on black people in general. But I will if I have to. Both women worked very, 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 very hard. And they still weren't sweating as much as fucking Stevens was. That brother was sweating his ass off. I think it was shiny as fuck.
Who?
The brother who refereed the match.
Oh.
That nigga was glistening. I said, good Lord, what the fuck? Why are you working so hard, sir?
He was around all that thickness. He was like, I'm fighting for my life out here.
He's having a fucking stroke. Keep it together, sir. Professional.
Yeah, maybe it was exactly what they had planned. Alexander Fitzgerald says, I thought I was watching Nia Jax in the ring. Damn, Rosa.
I was hoping Nia called it audible to her, by the way. Just fuck Charlotte up, throw out the ring.
Just go like, just punch her again.
It's one of my favorite videos ever. I've seen that video so many times.
She just starts punching her, like punching her face. I recently rewatched it. I showed it to T, and I was like, "You ever seen this before?" She was like, "No, that's funny."
Back up.
Renee Paquette is backstage this time with Max Caster, who said that despite being 0-2 in his open challenge, strategy isn't the problem. Hangperson Page chased him around the ring before one of his matches, and the open challenge is going to continue on Collision, as he'll show that there's no one better than the best wrestler alive.
This is fine.
Simple, to the point.
They're doing a lot to try to rebuild Collision. I think
they are.
It's over. Sorry. You had too many sugars and too many sweets and too many whatevers, and now you've got to cut your foot off. You know, I mean, good now. No, it's over. It's over. Toes belong to us. Sorry.
Oh, poor toes. Poor toes. Ricochet is out next. And
Uncle lost his foot. That's not funny. Sorry.
Oh, no. Like, what?
Uncle lost his foot to diabetes. It's not funny. But it kind of is, though. You should stop drinking. I'm not entirely sure what to tell you.
Jesus Christ, what are we doing? You almost had it. You were sick.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
We're all good. We're all good. Why did you have to keep talking?
Just saying.
We do have a super chat donation here from our brother Alexander Fitzgerald. Thank you so much, Alexander, for all the support. As always, we appreciate
Weapon
you.
in hand, too. And Blackpool Combat Club, they better wear out Kenny as long as they can. Hangman's going to come out here.
Oh, my God. It's so heinous. Steve Austin, huh?
Alexander Fitzgerald said referee was distracted by all the thickness and missed his cue. He was supposed to be the one that got in the middle of them, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, that might make more sense. I don't want to blame the brother. It's kind of fucked up, but
true. Black History Month.
Catch a fucking break. Strap match and Willow, and now blaming his brother. We didn't even do anything. Anybody said the white woman, huh? Maybe though. It does feel like something was missing. Like we're supposed to be doing something, and the guy who helps us not here. I don't know. Maybe. Sorry, brother.
Chilling with Chase says Jimmy called Collision LeVar Balls. SMH too soon. God damn.
About that. Sorry. Is that why he lost his foot? I know it's due to medical complications. That's usually diabetes. He's black too. Poor bastard.
Yikes.
Lost his foot. Damn. Fucking shame.
Always the brothers. Always the brothers, man.
Take care of yourself, y'all.
Yeah, it's prevalent in especially in the black community. A lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So
you should take care of yourself mostly because you hold up my fucking bus ride. We've got to lower that fucking ramp to get you on it. I have places to be. We gotta let you on and then let you off. Jesus, speed this shit up. You're already paying half price.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Am I the only one that gets annoyed? Oh my God. Just fucking fling that cocksucker in like this. Like a fucking cannibal. Fling the cocksucker in the bus. Jesus, get to it. Oh.
Jesus Christ. Next up, we get Ricochet coming down to the ring. And I just have to say, where did all of this come from? Like, what? I've never seen this. I've never seen someone who has been like so defined by just wrestling and not being a good character turn into the best character on a wrestling show. He goes to the ring wearing the embassy robe. He calls Arizona a poor man's Vegas. As much like Kevin Durant, he's looking forward to getting out of this town as quick as possible. I was like that was A+ material for local crowd heat. That was great stuff. Great stuff. Since the fans are acting like ungrateful animals, he'll speak to the fans at home. And he gives us one of the better look down the lens promos that we've gotten in recent memory. He says all the booing doesn't matter to him. When you boo a winner, you boo into a void of nothingness. And Ricochet is a winner. He proved it 2 weeks ago when he beat Swerve Strickland. In reality, he's proved it every second he's been in AEW, whooping the ass of all the fans' favorites. I proved it when I beat Will Ospreay. I proved it when I beat Darby Allin. I proved it when I beat Commander. Winners have something to show for their success, and he has something to show for it in this role. Ricochet isn't content with just wearing the robe. He wants gold. He will be the main name on this roster. And he wants to win gold in 2025. So he is saying that it will happen. Not that he wants it to happen, but it will happen. 2025, Ricochet will be a champion in AEW. And he's too good looking not to be. Swerve Strickland's music hit to a big pop from the fans. But out comes a very solemn Prince Nana, sipping on his coffee. No dancing tonight, as he is all business coming to the ring. Nana said that he wanted to talk to Ricochet one-on-one, so he asked Swerve to stay at home. Nana doesn't know where this is all going, but he knows Ricochet is wearing something that doesn't belong to him. 3 decades, Nana has been in this business, and that robe has a lot to do with it. The robe represents pride, integrity, and those we have lost. Those who wear this robe have the honor and the ability to be great, something that Nana never gave Ricochet an opportunity to be. If Ricochet is the happy-go-lucky winner he says he is, do him a favor and give the robe back. Ricochet tells Nana if he wants the robe back, and he leans in and whispers to him, "Take it." Mocking Nana, Ricochet asks if he's about to cry before he leaves the ring and says he feels it looks really good on him, so he's going to keep it. I love how they're building up. This is like I said it in the weeds earlier. I was like, WWE, 2 of their biggest feuds of last year and 2 of their best feuds of last year were, one was about a necklace, one was about a bracelet. And here we have one of the hotter feuds in AEW is about a robe. But the robe, I like that the necklace and the robe, they build this significance around it. And I like how Nana is really taking things serious. But the direction that they went here and keeping it between Nana and Ricochet, I've been seeing more and more people online believing that this whole thing may end with Nana turning on Swerve and aligning with Ricochet to give him the robe officially.
I could see that. I'm not necessarily against it. We know Nana added quite a bit to Swerve's character. Just the look. It works. And that stupid dance, obviously. Could Ricochet use the boost? I mean, everybody can use a Nana if you got him. But Swerve would be fine without Nana at this point.
Yes.
In fact, I got to be honest. I think Swerve's kind of evolved past Nana as a character.
I agree.
Nana, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too against it. Like, I think it was other people online that were saying, "Oh, I think Nana might turn on Swerve." And usually 9 times out of 10, I would be like, "Nah, I'm against that. I like the Nana and Swerve thing." But we have gotten to the point, and they have teased it enough with the little promo that they did last week with Nana asking Swerve why you have to make things all personal, because now it makes sense why he asked him that. Like, why you always have to make things personal, because now it's personal for him. It's now he's dragged in. Swerve making this thing so personal with Ricochet has now affected him. So now it's a logical reason for Nana to turn on Swerve.
Yeah, I like it. And I've got to give, I'm not wrong very often, but when I am, it hurts. And this hurts. Ricochet has done tremendous work since he's gotten here. And the character work, and not just character work, because that's, I say, unpredictable. The promo work has been really good, and I think you said this was the best, and this was probably the best promo of Ricochet's career. Just talking down the lens, I thought he did a great job. He didn't miss a beat. He did everything he needed to do. And the idea of, I'm just going to talk to the people at home, is such a fantastic heel thing to do. I'm literally ignoring the people right in front of me.
They never let him talk. They always boo him. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to talk to the people at home.
That's so good. I don't know if he'll ever be world champion, but he's earned something, some type of reward.
I like that. And good point by Big Man Dogs. Nana historically has always been a better heel manager.
Yeah, agreed. I thought he was really good here. He came across like lovable uncle.
Yeah. He came off very earnest and endearing here.
Yeah. Oh, TNT champ. Oh, absolutely. Have him beat Garcia. Good Lord. Rescue that belt.
Word. That would be an upgrade. That would be an upgrade for sure at this point.
Sold. You know, I can never put it down like that. So it'll work out.
We got Alexander says Nana can keep Ricochet's character going. Yeah, and you could see a direction where the cocky Ricochet character is with someone like a Prince Nana.
A kiss ass, absolutely.
Yes, a kiss ass. This is gonna be like, yeah, you are the best, boss.
The most dangerous wrestler alive, boss. I've always said so.
The new most dangerous man alive. That would be great. And then finally, you have the main events of the show.
Oh my god, I'm gonna end with a fart.
Roddy Strong is going up against Orange Cassidy in the AEW International Title Contenders matchup. Jim Ross joined the commentary desk. They talked about how this is the first time in about 6 weeks that they've seen Orange Cassidy. He's been given time off to heal up. This is the OG Orange Cassidy with his his blue jeans and denim, as the dark orange is now gone for now. He even came out to Jane. Fast sequence early on between the two men as Cassidy reversed a waistlock, got a quick takedown before being thrown off by a little chop. He starts hitting little chops on Strong in response. Cassidy bailed to the floor when he gets hit with a harder chop by Strong and hugs Kyle O'Reilly, who had a smile on his face. He turned around to Adam Cole with a serious face on, and Orange kind of puts his hand over his eyes like, that's awkward. Cassidy then slowly rolls back into the ring. Strong takes his turn to roll out, and he hugs Kyle and Adam Cole, only for Cassidy to hit a big dive, get one more time chance as Cassidy obliges and then hugs Kyle again. The delay allowed Strong to hit a big drop kick in midair from a diving Cassidy off the top rope. He hits a snazzy looking slingshot power slam as we go to commercial break. Cassidy mounted a comeback. He hits a slingshot tornado DDT. Strong was up and threw chops, only for Cassidy to kip up in his hands in his pocket and then do a snap drop kick. Cassidy sent Strong repeatedly into the turnbuckles. He hits a crossbody for a near fall. He looked for a spinning DDT, but Strong reversed it. Cassidy nearly hit a stun dog millionaire, but Strong avoided that. Cassidy hit on the second try a big DDT. They exchange hard shots to the face as well. Cassidy hits a beach break for a near fall. He signals for the orange punch, but the delay allows Strong to hit a charging knee and then multiple versions of the backbreaker. He then finishes it off with the end of Heartache 1-2, but Orange is able to kick out at a 2.99. He goes for the stronghold, but Cassidy is able to counter that into a roll-up. Strong goes for a cloverleaf, but Cassidy's able to make it to the ropes. We get a sick kick for a near fall. Strong goes for another end of Heartache, but Cassidy reverses into a stun dog millionaire, and then he finally finishes him off with the orange punch to pick up the victory here. A visibly upset Strong recovered and marched to the back, being consoled by Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. We get Tony Schiavone. He comes out to the ring. This was when I was like, oh shit, Tony's here? I was like, where you been at? I forgot. I was like, Tony, I was like, they sidelined you to give you one interview in the ring? God damn. He comes in to interview Orange Cassidy. Schiavone said that if Cassidy wins next week, he has a chance to go for a three-peat and be the greatest international champion of all time. This brings out Don Callis. He walks out with Konosuke Takeshita and Mark Davis. Callis said to him, Cassidy is nothing more than a red-headed hippie and a loudmouth punk. As Davis and Takeshita attacked him, they held Orange up as Callis started putting the boots to him until the music of Kenny Omega hits. Jim Ross, for some reason, says, Kenny Omega's back. He never left. He's been back for a while. Jim. He bolted to the ring. Omega was in control for a bit until Davis sank in a sleeper. Takeshita started hitting boots to the injured ribs of Omega until tried to hit the home run forearm shot and nails him. Orange tries to make the save. He gets rid of Mark Davis, but Takeshita goes for the Raging Fire, only for Cassidy to hit the Stun Dog Millionaire, and then Omega hits the V trigger. Cassidy with another orange punch until Takeshita bails from the ring. Omega and Cassidy stand tall as commentary talks about how if Cassidy wins next week, it'll be Omega versus Cassidy at Revolution instead of Takeshita. Omega grabs the AEW International Championship and holds it up as Orange stares it down, and the realization sank in for all the parties what this could possibly mean as the Don Callis family bails and Orange and Omega stare at the International Championship to close the show.
Bill. You.
Good matchup in a vacuum. Was it needed? Absolutely not. And the post match was at least a main event level post match because of Omega's presence alone. But this did not need to main event this show.
Going over the show made me realize how much I did enjoy it. Outside of Willow, which is a small hiccup, a big hiccup, a big deal, but a small hiccup. And then we got here, and I felt the way I felt after the show. Like, oh, all right, well, I guess that was that. That was 2 hours of my time wasted. 2 hours and 7 minutes to be exact. Listen, the match was fine. Listen, you've just seen one Orange Cassidy match. You've seen them all, unless it's Will Ospreay. Then that one was a little different. They're mostly the same. I can't buy Omega. I can't buy anything that's not Omega and Takeshita. We know that's happening. Can we just get to that part? Like you said, if you flip the show, it's a better show. If you swap this and the 6-man tag, if you swap this and the women's match, if you swap this and anything, it's better. It's just, this is not a main event. This is a terrible idea. This love of Orange Cassidy, I don't even understand. He's a relic of a bygone era. I mean, yes, he's more popular than any of the other bygone eras. Dark Order and Nyla Rose and Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss, but he's from there. Can we stop pretending he's not? He is. I'm sorry. How can I watch Ricochet do the best work of his life, Toni Storm do the best work of her fucking life, Hangman and MJF crush it, and then we get to Orange Cassidy and we go back to 2020? What are we doing? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Good Lord.
It's such a strange decision to put this as the main event. Like, and just it's honestly the strange decision is not even this as the main event. The strange decision is the whole Contender series. The fact that Tony Khan and whoever was the creative team of AEW believes that this is the best way to build to Omega versus Takeshita. Like, I want to know. I need names. I need names on who thinks this is a good idea.
They really have no faith in Takeshita. I find it very odd, considering the work he's done. They haven't had faith in his whole run. The only reason his run gets a pass is because it's been next to other runs, like Daniel Garcia's and fucking Mariah May's. But it hasn't been great.
Not particularly. No. Well, like, it has been great if you've been watching everything. If you've just been watching AEW, no, it hasn't been great.
Oh, yes. Watch that thing he's champion in, it hasn't been great.
You've been actually at the actual company that he works for? No, it hasn't been that great because he's defended it. He's probably defended it more times outside of the company than he has in the company.
And you would think it's so it's Takeshita. You just give him a match every week. It doesn't have to be long, just 10 minutes. Good Lord.
It's like, why wouldn't you do that?
Well, knows you got the roster for it. Just throw all these bums at him. Roderick Strong and fucking Adam Cole, all these bums.
Yeah.
It's a match every week. Good Lord.
It's quite strange. I don't know what Tony's thinking, but I never.
Oh, and that's. And sir, Mr. Omega, sir, if you want me to book like Roman Reigns, I'm gonna need you to start pulling some strings around this bitch. Because every time you make a save, you don't make a save. It's like you come out, and then somebody ends up saving you. That's not how this is supposed to work.
It's because he always has to say, I got to tell the story with the ribs. I got to tell the story with the intestines. I'm not 100%. I'm still not 100%.
Just tell the story that you're fucking Steve Austin. Get to it. Like
you're the god of pro wrestling. Like, please, just act like it. You get the big entrance and stuff. You wrestle like it. Why can't you make saves like it?
Please. And thank you.
But yes, here we are. Here we are, 2 weeks away from Revolution, and we still don't know if it's going to be Kenny Omega. We know, but we don't know officially.
That's fair.
But all in all, I did very much enjoy this show, but we want to know what you guys think. What did you think about last night's February 19th, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite? Let us know in the chat your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what did you give the show as well? I want to read a couple of comments before I do that. We got Chilling with Chase, who says, Jimmy, but OC is AEW's Undertaker.
I've seen people trying to sell me on this. No. This is a no. That's going to be a no for me, big dog. Sorry. I'm sorry. He can hang out. He can be AEW's Brooklyn Brawler. I'm here to help. Just around for forever.
We also got Ninja Mortis says, is Omega going to unify the international and continental? Is that where this is going? I think so.
He's hoping.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, let's put our thumbs in the middle for the February 19, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. Out of 10, what did you give the show, Jimmy?
I'm actually gonna go. Shit, I was thinking about a 7.5, but I really enjoyed the recap. 7 3/4, 7.75. Willow, gross, fucking heinous, and the main event, not a main event. So yeah, 7.75. Everything else was really good though. I enjoyed.
Yeah, I really going over the show, I realized how much of the show I really enjoyed, and I'm not as offended by the main event as you are. I am offended by the Willow stuff. I am. Don't worry. But I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I think this was another strong show from AEW here, and it's been a good stretch. It's usually what we get for the build to Revolution. Usually the build to Revolution is good, so we're getting that this year.
That's true. That's very true.
We got a bunch of people kind of in that range. We got Patriarchy Finisher 7.5. Big Man Dogs went from 8 out of 10 to an 8.25 out of 10.
Oh.
We got Chilling with Chase, who says 7.5 out of 10. He says match of the night, Stat versus Bayne. We got Davion, who says match of the night is the street fight. What do you give it to, Jimmy?
Damn, I am going between the street fight and the women's match. Do I count the post match? It feels like unfair. You know what? I'm gonna go with Bayne and Statlander. Oh, that was a really fucking good match.
I'm gonna go with the street fight. I really enjoyed that. That was a blast. Who was your MVP for the show? This was a strong contenders as far as the promos on this show. I think I wouldn't mind if anybody gave it to Ricochet, MJF, Hangman, or Toni Storm after the show.
I can wait, whatever the fuck that is. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Ricochet. I thought it was really fucking good. Fuck, I'm going Toni Storm. I'm sorry. I can't do close. I'm going Toni Storm. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'll go with Ricochet. I'll go with Ricochet. That was the best promo of his career. LVP for the show, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Annika. I'm giving it to Rosa, Penelope, Megan at the chair. The post match of that match. The post match of that.
Oh, I gotta go with fucking Toni Khan. Come on, man. Willow, it's disrespectful. 2 weeks in a row, it's heinous. Come on, man. Knock it off. Don't do that again.
Fair. But that brings us to a close on another edition of AEWramble. But there's more AEWramble to enjoy. If you haven't already, hit the join button. We'll be going live in just a couple of minutes here for our members only Q&A. So if you have any pressing questions for us for either me or Jimmy, let us know. Join us live. We're going to be going live for AEWramble Q&A. Jimmy, until then, let the people know where they can follow you.
On Twitter, where the world is apparently coming to an end. Lots of plane crashes, lots of dictatorship moves. It is what it is. But you're not here, so I guess you're safe.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that. It's a plane crash every day. This is scary. That's scary shit. Yeah. But yes, follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSB3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat. Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here, or hit the join button and become a member right now, because you got some AEWramble Q&A for you to enjoy. But join us for that. In the meantime, between time, like this video, share this video, comment down below if you're watching us on demand. But for Jimmy, it is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 186. Who's the main character? For the February 19, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite. We are signing off until next time.